Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to 65 Live. As usual, I'm your host, Noah Gaddis. Unfortunately, my co-host couldn't be here. Very sick. Get well soon, my man Joe. But we have a very special guest on our episode before Extreme Rules. Ladies and gentlemen, Indies wrestling superstar, Blackus Jack. You there? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi. Okay.
Hold on, turn my phone up.
Alright.
Okay, hello?
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Without further ado, I'm just gonna do a simple interview with you. It's not as long as I expected. I don't have that many questions, so this should be quick. Alright, so, let's see. Well, first question, what do I call you? Is Jack okay?
Sure.
Alright, great. Let's see. First question. Let's see. Have you ever considered going anywhere but the Indies?
As far as wrestling wise, pretty much I work anywhere they allow me to, be myself and be creative, I'm not picky, there's a lot of people who try to control certain aspects of you,
Okay.
or whatever.
Alright, interesting. Alright, so, let's see. Well, with that being said, speaking of anywhere else, what's your Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Great. Let's see. So, speaking of anywhere else, what's your stance on the, quote-unquote war between WWE versus AEW?
Hello?
Hello? Sorry, did you hear me?
Yeah, it keeps cutting out the question. I ain't hear the question.
What's your stance on WWE versus AEW, like that little war they have going on? Like the signing wars and stuff like that?
I don't think there is a war, because just because you're in the same business doesn't mean you're competition for everybody.
Agreed.
It's like if I'm selling apples and you're selling oranges, we're both selling fruit, but we're not in the same thing,
Yeah.
AEW, they have more free range, as you can see. They're getting more extreme. They're going back to really the old school type of way, but they're also having the video game characters also, with the flippy fly stuff.
I agree with most of it. Yeah. That's a fair answer, especially the apples and oranges thing. That was probably like the best way of explaining it I've ever heard.
I mean, and then it's like, me personally, I don't watch wrestling that's really older than 2010. I watch a lot of old school stuff that nobody's really doing no old school stuff. There's about 15 moves I can name off the top of my head right now that I haven't seen used in years on any program.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. Move on to the next question. Speaking of old school, who's your favorite wrestling legend and why?
Oh, man. Oh, man. I personally can't pick this one, because there's Macho Man, Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake, just to name three of my favorites. I feel like they could do everything and anything, and they were the most entertaining no matter where they went. I feel like I can't personally pick one because I know too much wrestling, and it's like I would have to pick one from each era, you know.
Yeah.
And I still wouldn't be able to pick just one.
That's actually the same trouble I have.
Everybody had their moments.
That's actually the same trouble I have with picking like a favorite legend, because I mean I would say someone like probably Macho Man or like Shawn Michaels or something, but there's so many eras now. Like, let's see, there's the Attitude Era, there's like the old school era with like Hogan, Macho Man, DiBiase, and all that. There's the PG era, of course.
You know, and it's crazy because like everything comes and goes. So I wasn't one of those people who was bashing the PG era. Yes, I missed the Attitude Era, but everything evolved. But what people fail to realize is that while WWE was going PG, people wasn't focusing on their local wrestling that has everything that you want. Even in North Carolina, they have death matches, they have the hardcore stuff, they have the lucha stuff, they have it's something for everybody. You don't just have to sit at home and watch your TV and be like and complain about it. I stopped talking and commenting on WWE on my social media almost 2 years ago at WrestleMania. Because all I was doing was bitching and whining about it. And I'm like, I'm tired of whining about something that I have no control on.
Yeah, you're right. They should
I can't tell a billionaire how to run his company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They should just enjoy it. It's a little ridiculous.
And I got to the point where I couldn't enjoy it. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to watch it. And even though it's getting better now, I still can't watch it because I'm too involved in trying to get there to watch this. I feel like I don't want to watch the current product because it might kind of contaminate you. Too many people try to do the same move. Even at AEW, I saw like 3 or 4 matches in a row that all had a Death Valley driver. And I was like, everybody's doing the same thing now. It's like almost becoming a cookie cutter again.
Yeah, I agree with that. The fans are getting toxic, especially like with the fact that some wrestlers themselves are getting like toxic especially with WWE, because of course AEW bought them off of them, kind of. Because of course Moxley, Dillinger, or Spears, Spears. But I do enjoy what they're doing with it. To an extent.
But, you got, and I can kind of see that, but here's how I look at it. Everybody who you can think of that's a big star right now has been in WWE in some way, shape, or form. Kenny Omega was in there. Samoa Joe was in there. Rhino, before he was in ECW, was there. RVD was on TV in WWE as a teenager. Doing something with Ted DiBiase in the 80s before he made it in ECW. Ty Dillinger, before he was even known back in the day, was in WWE before the NXT, before all that. Like I said, Kenny Omega. 90% of the people you can think of was in WWE at some point, even if it was just OVW or just Performance Center. So it's like most of the talent that AEW gets is going to come from WWE or WWF in some way, shape, or form. You know,
yeah.
So that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're going to give every Tom, Dick, and Harry a contract, but I do think they're going to use the best talent available. You know, and that's just how it's going to go for a while, unless they create their own school and have tryouts. You know. But
well, yeah.
I'm not mad at AEW for picking up.
Oh no.
Because they're having good matches, they're having great shows, they're putting on a alternative product, and they're like, look, we don't want to go head to with WWE. Now, yes, they're going to throw shots back and forth because you want to be number one. If you don't want to be number one, then you're not going to be like your podcast that you do or videos that you do. You would love to be like, I'm number one on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I'm number one YouTuber in the world.
That's
I'm the
dream.
number one what in the world. You don't do it. I want to do this for fun. Yeah, it's fun, but you still want to be competitive and be number one.
Yeah.
If not, then it's sort of like, okay, you would lose your drive in 3 days if it was not competitive, you know? And that's how wrestling is. I want to be the best at my training school. I don't want to be second. I want to be the best. You know, and that's always been my attitude. No matter what, no matter how small, no matter what, I want to be the best at what I do.
Understandable. Let's see. Favorite match that you've ever had on the Indies?
Favorite match? It would actually have to be when I went against the Dawson brothers in the tag match over a year and something ago. That was actually one of my favorite matches. For the simple fact that I learned so much about everything. You know, I learned how to work slower, how to move better, how to take stuff, how to be the small man. You know, and I'm not a big guy. I'm actually the runt in my family at 5'9", 285 pounds. I'm actually one of the smallest members of my family. So in that match, we're all slightly about the same size. But they're like 4 or 5 inches taller than me. So, you know what I'm saying? Technically, I was like the third biggest person in it in a tag match, which, okay. But I learned so much, and they helped me so much that if I ever had the chance and owned a company, those would be the first 2 guys I'd do a job. Because they have so much respect. They are so awesome. They are very, very, they are 2 of the best guys you can ever meet in your life. You know, they just straight up and honest, and they're literally 2 of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet. You know, my Duke the Dumpster match is pretty exciting because just got to hit people with mailboxes and prosthetic legs. And
oh, miss that. All right, great. Let's see. Why did you go into pro wrestling?
I went into pro wrestling because of my cousin who died in 1997. He really got me into it. You know, he was considered special needs, or back in the day they called it mentally retarded, because he had a stutter, you know, but he was quick with it and intelligent and one of the nicest men I've ever met. If I could be handsome man he was when he died at the age of 27, I would feel like I've done something in life. He recorded a match for me. He wanted to watch it with me. And I never got to watch it with him because the tape was so messed up. He had recorded on it so many times that the tape stopped working. And so I never got to watch the pay-per-view with him.
Oh, wow. Great reason. I actually didn't expect it. I didn't expect to hear something like that, but it's not like I'm complaining or anything. That's just interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty interesting sometimes.
All right, let's see. Thoughts on Heyman and Bischoff running Raw and SmackDown?
I think it's going to be a lot better.
Fair.
I think it's going to be better, honestly. Because Paul Heyman has been the boss of his own company. Now, I think if certain things would have happened, his company would be the number 1 wrestling company in the world. But they couldn't get certain people to believe in them. You know, Eric Bischoff, I think he was good for a few years. But I think his friendship hurt a lot of business because he let other people have creative control. And I'm one of those guys, I don't want to have creative control of my own character. You know, I want somebody to tell me, hey, what do you want me to do? Now, if I have my own wrestling company, then I'll be like, okay, this is what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I don't think he should have done some of the contracts that he did. Because some of the guys that he was signing and the money they was getting, honestly, was really not worth it because they were over the hill, and I love them. But when it's your time to let it go, it's your time to let it go. Some of those guys shouldn't have been wrestling, if you want to be honest.
At Goldberg.
Those guys shouldn't have been wrestling.
At Goldberg.
Goldberg is good, but he was never my cup of tea. I'm sorry.
It was strength, and that was it. He was okay on the mic.
100 and some matches, and then all your promos are the same, all your matches are the same, that's the problem that I have with Goldberg. You know, I'm not going to say he can't wrestle because I've never talked to the guy, I've met the guy, I've never seen him actually, whatever. But I'm not going to discount what he's done because he got the people really into him. But I was just never a Goldberg fan. There's a lot of legends that people love that I just wasn't into. You know, there's a lot of legends I can name that they weren't my favorite wrestler, but I respected what they did.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of the best wrestlers ever. Guess what? He's not in my top 5 personally. But guess what? I would still give him the respect to say he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had one. He had like arguably the best WrestleMania match of all time, easily.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I will give him that respect because I'm not going to discount anything. When you do something where people have died trying to do it as good as you have, I got respect for you. Off top, I've met a lot of wrestlers that are complete assholes, and I respect them. Because at least I know, okay, this guy's an asshole. I love genuine people. That's what I like. I like honest people who are comfortable with themselves. Mm-hmm. That's what I like. You know, and I was never a big fan of Goldberg because I feel like he was responsible for a lot of the stuff Bret Hart went through because of that kick to the head, honestly. Because after that match, Bret Hart was never the same, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. I'm probably wrong, but hey, that's my opinion.
Okay. I respect your opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. Let's see. Only got a couple questions left. Let's see. Well, favorite wrestling style. I've been meaning to ask you that.
This might shock you, but my favorite wrestling style is actually, I like the technical style a lot. But you know, people see me and that's not really what they want from me. But you know, I that's what I kind of like to work on and get better at. You know, but I am definitely wanting to work to get better at that.
Well, yeah, because that's like legitimate wrestling. I actually expected you to say hardcore, but I love the technical style as well. I love that and the cruiser.
I'll be honest with you. Hardcore is very, very. Going hardcore is like working a factory job, kind of. Because you really don't have to think about it. It's just, okay, he's going to hit me with this, and I'm going to hit him with this, and this, that, and other. Now, hardcore is easy for me because, well, I can take an ass whooping, and you can hit me with stuff and whatever, and pretty good at selling and all that. But, you know, the style that I like, I've always studied Dean Malenko, Johnny Saint, William Regal, Fit Finley. I studied a lot of British style wrestling. You know, that's the stuff I haven't been able to really introduce yet because I haven't had a chance to, you know. But that's the stuff that I like, and that's the stuff that I want to get more out. Because I don't mind being the whole, you know, monster, but I want to show people that, look, there's actually something behind it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do you think Undertaker was so excited to go against Bret Hart?
Oh, yeah.
The first couple of matches on the streak for WrestleMania for Undertaker were terrible, except for like Jake Roberts. You got to think of some of the people he had, and God rest their soul. But he had Giant Gonzalez, Sid Vicious, who you know. Let's be honest, Sid ain't exactly the best wrestler, but he has a look.
Yeah, and the character was like...
just like, what in the hell? And then he had King Kong Bundy, which, okay, you know, but a lot of them were just like matches. You weren't really excited for them. But when it came to like him and Bret Hart or him and Shawn Michaels or, most of those matches, they were great matches. And he was able to show a different side of him, not just, everybody knew he could brawl and take an ass whooping. But we want to know, can you keep up with Bret Hart for so long? And he did for, I think, 28 minutes or like 31 seconds or something like that. It was a nice length of match, I think it was that long. I might be tripping, but yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this is what I just added not too long ago. Dream match for anyone like in or out of the indies? Like with yourself?
That would be, my dream matches would be against Sammy Callahan and PCO. And also, as far as indie-wise, it would be, I want to go against all the monsters. I want to have a monster invitational and invite all the monsters. And we just have a big-ass brawl, Jackson Sane, Montana Black, Austin Shadows, just have those. I even posted it on my Facebook page, and people are excited about it because we're all unique, crazy-looking individuals, and the stuff that I have coming up soon, people are going to be like, wow, he's told us he could do that. Like, that's what I want to show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I study the game more than anybody else.
Sweet. One last question. What's been your greatest accomplishment in your wrestling career?
That would have to be being respected by the people I grew up watching. Being able to say that I had a match with Duke the Dumpster, or I watched Jerry the King when George stopped working, at Ruffgate, or seeing Animal and Tommy Dreamer and Shane Helms, say they loved my name again, telling me not to change my gear, even though all I had on was a tank top and a flannel t-shirt, it fit me. Just being respected by the people that I respect, It was actually a little girl who almost made me cry during the match. She almost made me cry during the match. She grabbed my flannel. I had a flannel scarf and it fell out of my pocket at a battle royal, and there's a picture of it. And her father told her to give it back. I said, I just tied it up for her, tied it around her neck, and gave her a high five. And she took a picture with me after, but it's like, you don't realize how much you affect people. It's kind of crazy. I'll have a kid just hit me up and say, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, shit. I saw your match last night. You did good. Thank you. It's like, where's your parents at? You're on a Facebook page. You're like 10. What are you doing? But nah, I love all my fans, man. It seems like kids really take to me. It's the adults that are hesitant about me, and that's strange because not even the promoters in my home promotion didn't understand how that happened. The kids went absolute crazy for me. I had a kid watch me wrestle 2 years ago, and she says I'm still her favorite wrestler. She'll hit me up. She showed me pictures of her new dog and cat and told me their name and told me their personality. And I was like, wow. So I didn't realize you are actually superheroes to the kids that watch you.
Wow, that sounds nice. Hopefully, so that kind of ties in, like stuff you can do on the indies, like connect with the fans on a personal level, like more than you can like these big companies. But speaking of stuff you can do in the indies, my buddy is actually thinking of going like into the indies when he's old enough. My co-host actually, Joe. What advice do you have for him?
This may sound cliche, but always know who you are before. Know who you are as a person and as a man or a woman before you step in the ring. Because who you are is going to help you develop your gimmick or character, your work ethic, your everything. Because if you're not a hard working person, wrestling is gonna be very hard for you. If you're like bipolar sometimes, meaning you switch moves very fast, it's gonna be very hard for you because you have to, as they say, put sugar on it sometimes when you're talking to people and be nice even when you don't want to be nice. You know, it's like dealing with that one family member that you know you don't like, but you need something done, and it's like, oh God, I want to deal with this person. You know what I'm saying? Just know yourself, know you, because if not, you're going to spend a lot of time apologizing for who you are as a person, and that's
Right.
more than anybody else that you may wrestle. You know, always be true to you. You know, don't do something that you wouldn't do. Like my real name is Austin. Blacktest Jack would not do nothing that Austin wouldn't do.
Good advice. So that's pretty much all the questions. But we usually let like special guests promote their like next events or something. If they have any coming up anytime soon. So if you would, by all means.
Yes, I have Damian Wayne coming up October the 5th. I have I'll be at AWC December the 21st. AML, all the dates are posted on the website. That's AMLWrestling.com and also AML. If you go to Facebook, a lot of my dates are on my page, so I can't tell them offhand, but also make sure you check out the website, xcrew.brand. That's also on my page. Make sure, buy t-shirts and gimmicks and stuff. Trying to really get back in there on my gimmick game. I'll be in Raleigh September the 7th. I have a bad memory. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But yeah, if you check out my Facebook page, Blacktest Shack. Also on Twitter, it's @Blacktest. On Instagram, it's Blacktest Shack. It's attached to my Facebook page. So I'm pretty sure his name's the same. I'm terrible at Instagram.
It's all good. We all have our moments. So thank you so much for your time. I think that's all. That's all I need to do. Just a simple interview. Since you don't follow WWE, I'm not going to ask you to do predictions for Extreme Rules because I doubt you know the card. I mean, you.
I know the main event.
Any predictions?
I think as much as I think Baron and Lacey is going to get it for the simple fact that I think it's time that they shock and awe people because we know that, we see that Seth Rollins is a better wrestler than Baron. But, they might shock and awe just like they did with Jinder Mahal.
Oh, yeah.
I think Aleister Black and Cesaro, I don't even care who wins that match. I might actually tune in just to watch that.
Oh, yeah. That's... if they spin that right, it's 5 stars. Easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think they need to bring everything from NXT to WWE. That's what needs to happen. Like, that's my opinion. NXT is like, oh my God. They use to say when I say they use that little hour of TV time they be having, they use that damn thing. They make sure they get everything that they need to say out the way.
Oh yeah.
NXT is the most exciting wrestling I've seen in wow.
My boy Adam Cole's champion now. Very really happy about that. Hopefully he keeps it for a while.
I wish that most of the people that came from NXT would have stayed there. Honestly, just because I don't know. It's like they bring them up, and it's like, what now?
Oh yeah. Like you.
Like in the past 10 years, I think the best act to come out of NXT, and people may think I'm an idiot, but because of their gimmick and how good they were in the ring, I think the Wyatt family could have been the best thing to happen to wrestling in years if they would have did them right.
Oh yeah.
You can't have John Cena squash all the Wyatt members and then be like, like.
It's especially because of the
believe in them after that.
It's especially because of the fact that there's something you've never seen before in wrestling, that you had never ever seen before, for a while at least.
I'll be honest. I think if you mix, I think they were like, they remind me of sort of the Godwins, but as as a cult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because they were all, the two were like two big nasty guys. I mean, but it just didn't lead to that stuff.
Wow, who would have thought that that big marshmallow-looking dude in the Wyatt family would have gotten a shot at the world title, huh?
Brother, things are so weird in WWE. You never know what to expect.
Agreed.
I thought Carmella would have been the only one left out of Enzo and Cass. You know what I'm saying? So all these strange things going on, it's just like, who would expect these people to be there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even believe WWE has the best talent in the world, to be honest. I don't think AEW has the best talent in the world. I think the best talent in the world has yet to be discovered. So they're the ones who's grinding harder, who's working harder, who's never calling in a match, who's not sitting around complaining about what this person did, what that person did. See, that was my issue. I always worried about other people. But now I done learned more of the game. I'm like, you know what? Y'all can do that over there. I'm going to be over here. And if you do things right, you can make just as much, if not more money than most of the people on the WWE roster if you do things right. Now, I'm trying to get to that level. Am I at that level? Hell no. I'd be lying if I said I was.
Well, I really enjoyed this. I got to know you better. Like I intend to do with all my guests. But thank you so much for your time. You're awesome, and you're welcome back anytime.
I'll definitely take you up on that.
Let's see. Well, everybody, that's all the time. That's all the time we have today. Check out Extreme Rules tonight on the WWE Network, streaming at, I want to say 6, probably like 5:30 because they usually start early for some reason. But
yeah, they usually do.
Check out this episode on YouTube. It's probably gonna be on there later. I have no idea when. But our episode with Black to Shaq. We also interviewed the genius Lanny Poffo in our first or second episode. Well, our first episode was Takeover War Games 2.